Having a lot of fun here at Northern Quest Resort and Casino for Big Sky Football Media Day. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Alex Eshelman here, your conference host and reporter. Joining me are a couple of Idaho State Bengals. We've got Mike Davis, senior offensive lineman, and Calvin Pitcher, junior defensive back. Guys, first Big Sky Football Media Day for you. How's it been between playing with the golf simulator, with all of the players here, doing the youth football camp? What's been your favorite? We'll start with you, Mike.
I'd say getting to meet everybody. This was kind of a cool experience to meet all the guys that I've been playing against forever, put a face to the jersey and stuff like that. So that'd be pretty cool for me.
Calvin?
Like what Mike said, definitely meeting all the other guys around the conference. But also the kids camp was fun too. Yeah.
Did it bring you back at all to when you were a little kid looking up to guys like you?
Yeah, it for sure did. Everything started to come full circle. Wish I had some gloves to give to him though.
This football season. Keep that in mind. Okay, I have to give a shout out to your creative team who works within the athletic department, because they have a long list of get to know me questions online for each player. You play the guitar. Favorite song to play on the guitar, Mike?
I'd have to go with You Just Can't See Him from the Road by Chris Ledoux. It was the first song that I learned from my grandpa and my dad, so it's a classic.
I love that. And you apparently are a chef. You're humble about it. You're like, I don't really cook, but I beg to differ. What's your go-to meal?
Go-to would be chicken Alfredo, for sure.
Done and done. Next time I see you guys, I want to hear a song on the guitar, and I would like some chicken Alfredo. Okay, let's talk about your first-year head coach and Cody Hawkins. He just mentioned it. You guys, the two of you, have been through 3 different coaching staffs within the last few years. What changes have you already noticed Coach Hawkins implement into the program?
I would just say it's a very family-friendly environment. His kids are always around. All the other coaches' kids are around all the time. He's very polite, but he's also very straightforward, and so I think that makes it him a lot more trustworthy. And so that, as from an 18 to a 22-year-old kid, it makes you more excited to come into work every day and stuff like that. So
Sure.
I'd say the family environment has been awesome for us.
And on top of that family environment, I'm seeing more guys get bought in to what he wants us to do. More people holding each other accountable and starting to, build that culture that we've been lacking in.
What is that culture? What are the pieces within that culture that you've been lacking that even as you two senior, veteran leaders are trying to bring in and change this season?
Hawkins says it all the time. He says good teams are coach-led, but the great teams are player-led. So, we've been having those leaders step up, take on that role wholeheartedly. So,
Mike, what do you think?
I would say mental toughness is a huge aspect of it. He did bring in Coach Jeff Pittman from everywhere. He's been all over the place. But
Yeah.
A big thing, spending a summer and a spring with him in the weight room, is learning that when it gets tough, there's no such thing as giving up. We have to find a way to make it through, and not just surviving it, it's attacking it every day. So mental toughness for me is probably the biggest key for the culture.
Along with you two veteran leaders, who's been stepping up this offseason? Who do you think Bengals fans should be excited about? And you can even touch on position groups overall as well.
From the defensive standpoint, I think our D-line are some dogs, and one of those leaders is Cortland Horton, I think number 29, right? Yeah, he's been stepping up, taking on that leadership role for sure.
How about from the offensive side?
I'm going to say everybody. Everyone's had a key in this, and so it's been really cool to see everybody coming along. Selfishly, I'll say the offensive line looks great, obviously. Our coach, Mark Weber, has done a great job. He got me to come over from tight end to tackle, and so, the older guys like me and Owen Stewart have done our best to kind of establish a culture
Sure.
in that room. But, yeah, our offensive line looks great right now.
Last question for you before we have to go to break. Overall, for the Idaho State Bengals athletic department, roar is kind of the phrase that defines what it means to be an Idaho State Bengal. For your program, what is that motto, phrase, or word that you guys live by this season?
Go for it. I think pride, being being proud to be a Bengal, proud to be in Pocatello, and that kind of carries into what Coach Hawkins has been doing, you know, trying to like embrace what we have and where we are and to accept that.
Anything to add on, Mike?
I'd say attitude. I mean, you have to show up every day with the right mindset and work towards our common goal, which, like, do we really know where we're going to be in 2 months? No. But, like, everyone has the same idea in mind of where we want to have progress every day. And in order to do that, we have to have a positive mindset.
A lot of good things happening in Pocatello. It starts with you, too. Thank you so much for your time. Super appreciate it. We will be right back with more on Big Sky Football Media Day.